love their, like, because I love their story. I love a lot of the mechanics. Like, a lot of the characters are really good. And I find just overall, they just, like, they kind of put me in a good mood all the time. Tactics is so good. Tactics is probably up in, like, my top of all RPGs. Like, Tactics, the story for it's good. The only thing that might throw people off for Tactics is the fact that it's a tactics game. Like, not like, there's a lot of people that don't like turn-based, but there's even more people that don't like tactics-based games with, like, the square grid and the heights and everything. Gaming term was railroaded. Oh, I'm gonna wait to respond to him in a second. 10-8. Ooh, better start paying attention to this part. 10, 8, 6 tactics and 13. That's a decent lineup. And yeah, Roots, I definitely understand that. Like, the term was definitely fucking railroaded through a lot of video games. But that's like a lot of different, like, terms that people use for video games now. Is they're just like, they like to throw terms at games that they aren't anymore, or not that they aren't anymore, but that they just aren't in general. This is Final Fantasy 13, MC.
They're tracking us.
I know that.
My very first tactics game was Pokemon Conquest. Oh, okay.
You got enough to complain.
But yeah, like, different terms, like, a lot of, like, people use, like, the RPG term very widely, and, oh, her leg looks very painful. That cannot be a very comfortable way to sit. That was disturbing. But, like, I feel like a lot of people don't separate things enough sometimes. Like, RPG is such, like, a wide term for games that, like, people just see a game where you're, like, almost all games are RPG games, I guess, but, like, I found the term was most used, like, early video games, like PlayStation, Super Nintendo era, where RPG was, like, your JRPGs, your turn-based combat RPGs. But, like, now people say RPG and it's just, like, everything, but, like, every time I hear it, it makes me think back to, like, these games where it's, like, all turn-based combat, but I guess, like, that's mainly, like, your JRPG standard. But, like, oh, I agree with you there, too, Pooks. JRPGs is, like, the best. Like, I love them so much. Final Fantasy is, yeah. Oh, I can understand, like, calling them that. Roots, like, TBRPG. But, like, that's what I mean. Like, I don't find people separate them enough. Like, when you look at them, like, I wouldn't consider 12 or 11 turn-based RPGs, though, just because they have more of, like, the MMO standpoint, like, for their combat system. Just because they, like, it's not really you go, I go. It's just, like, all around at once kind of thing. But, like, a lot of people, like, Final Fantasy now, especially 14, 15, they're action RPGs. They've gone so far away from, like, their origins, it irks a little bit. Because, like, I love, Dragoon is peak RPG, 100%. But, like, I find that Square really needs to go back to their roots. Like, I feel like the mainline Final Fantasies... 14 is also an MMO, yep. But, like, 15 and 16 are action RPGs. They're no longer turn-based. Yeah, 16 is very, very far away from turn-based. But, like, 15 was pretty close to that anyways. That was their first tweak at the action RPG style. But, like, then they did Origins. Origins is basically Souls-like Final Fantasy. Like, they definitely did a very Souls-like thing with, oh, not, I want Medic. They did a very Souls-like, take when they did Final Fantasy Origin. And don't get me wrong, Origin is absolutely amazing. The gameplay is good. The story is fucking great, especially the little twist they have at the end for us. No, that's fine. Let's check their equipment. Optimize your offense, defense, just in case. But yeah, 11 and 14 are both MMOs. Both excellent games, though. Storyline, gameplay-wise, they're really good. Like, there's a reason Final Fantasy 14 constantly wins awards every year. 13-1's turn-based mechanics was pretty genius. I'm not, like... Some of the turn-based things are really good. I always forget how to pronounce the Peregrine or Paradigm system was a very interesting way to do it. But the main thing I like about 13's turn-based part is the fact that nobody stays where they're at. Like, it definitely gives more fluidity to everything. I didn't even walk up that way. Why the fuck did it fall? I was like, it looks like I'm supposed to go up there. They're paying too much attention to that section. I was like, I'll go this way first, but apparently I'm supposed to go this way. That's one thing you'll find about any game you see me play, is the fact that I always go where I'm not supposed to go first, because I like to finish my side quests, so that I'm like a fucking beast. Like, I remember the first time I played fucking Skyrim, and I platinum trophied Skyrim first run through, finished absolutely everything off before I even touched the main story. I basically did everything I could, then it's like, well, you can't really do anything except for this main story quest, and then I'd do that, and when it would open up extra side quests, I'd do all of those. X2 was good. I liked the fact that they kind of brought the job system back for 2. Doesn't help that chapter. Yeah, it doesn't help that anything from chapter 1 through 10 is missable. But like, yeah, like that's one of the things that kind of bothers a little bit. I used to play these games. Final Fantasy is definitely a very good series to get into. Anything by Square for the most part, like Square is definitely, like I've said this before, Square is definitely my favorite RPG company, or just like gaming company in general. Their stories are usually pretty good. Like, some of them are really, really good. I find Final Fantasy and Square in general has been like almost top of graphics since fucking forever. Like, whenever Square makes a jump in graphics, it's always a fucking it's a huge leap. Let's see, X2 had one of the best job mechanics, being able to change jobs mid-combat. I think that was really neat. Definitely lets you adapt to your situations more, like 100%. Oh, I understand, Ferris. But like, all the Final Fantasy games, all the Star Ocean games, and I realize I'm pretty sure Star Ocean didn't start off as a Square game. I'm pretty sure it was just Enix. But then obviously they joined forces with Enix and continued to make amazing games. Then there's the Dragon Quest series, you know, where Square teamed up with Akira Toriyama for like all the artwork and stuff. So like, just those 3 series in general. And you don't even have to do any of the offshoot games. Just the mainline series for Star Ocean, Dragon Quest, and Final Fantasy. And so how many games is that? So I'm going to take out the 2 MMOs for Final Fantasy, so there's 14. Even Disney chose Square. Yeah, exactly. I don't even know why I forgot Kingdom Hearts, because Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite series. So we've got 14 for Final Fantasy. Star Ocean's got at least 6. So there's 20 games. Dragon Quest is at least... is it 11 games in the mainline series, or 11 games in general? Because I remember... let's see, currently protection spells. Oh yeah, Synergist. Because I remember, like, I played... 9 was the last Dragon Quest I played. 11 mainline games? Oh, okay. So, like, right there, so just between... So, Final Fantasy's 14, Star Ocean's at least 6, Dragon Quest has 11, so there's 31 games right there. Because there's the Joker. So there's 31 games there, then you got the Kingdom Hearts games where there's at least 8 or 9 of those. So you're sitting around 40 games just with those 4 series. And not even doing spin-offs. Then when you start to do all the spin-off games, 6-ish for Kingdom Hearts. I know there's Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3. Then there's Dream Drop Distance. There's... Oh, why am I forgetting them? The 365 Days one. I can't remember the full name for that. So there's 5. I know there's another... At least 1, so I know we're at least 6 there, Roots. But yeah, like, just 4 series is there, and there's, like, 40-plus games. Like, that's friggin' wild. And then they have, like, all these other games, like, Urguys was a really good one for PlayStation. Chain, yeah. Birth by... Yeah, so it looks like there's around 8, then. For the Kingdom Hearts series. I should remember that because I did the Kingdom Hearts series on stream. I did all the Kingdom Hearts games on their hardest difficulties a little while back. Let's go over to you. Ravager, we'll finish you off there. I did a little training off stream when I left last time. 7? Oh, okay. Got to start into Synergist. Damn, we almost got Shell. Let's get these done just to be sure. Defense. Perfect. Yeah, so you're looking at like a minimum fucking 40 games for RPGs alone.
All the junk around here came from Pulse, didn't it?
So then, like, if you look at any... And that's just the mainline series, so if you add in all of the, Oh, who's over here trying to fight me? Who's trying to fight me? You're trying to fight me. And then if we do the offshoots, so just with, like, the offshoots... So if we go Final Fantasy alone, there's, the After Years for 4, there's Crisis Core, Dirge of Cerberus, the 2 Final Fantasy remakes for 7, Crystal Chronicles, Tactics has at least 3 games, so we're up to 10 there. 10-2, 13-2, 13-3. Then I'll put the MMOs in there. So there's 11-12, so we're at 15 for side games so far. 7's got... I'm trying to think what other offshoots that 7 has, because 7 has another one. I have it, and I just can't see it on my screen right now because Final Fantasy 13 is in the way. But yeah, so like, just the Final Fantasy series alone, I don't know why I hit that to spin the camera, because the camera's joysticks right now, not counting the mobile games, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and then 4 is in development right now for Kingdom Hearts. Gotcha. Yeah, so we got like 8, not counting mobile games. There's a sub game within the 7 remake. Oh, okay. But yeah, just the Final Fantasy series alone, with all of its like side games and stuff like that, you're looking at 20 to 30 games alone. Yeah, then the Yuffie DLC for friggin' the 7 remake. Oh, okay. I didn't read down one comment. Type 0 was weird. But yeah, so there's that. Then Kingdom Hearts has 8 games, not including any of the mobile ones. Dragon Quest has like its Dragon Quest Builders, Dragon Quest Monsters, Dragon Quest Arena things. So like 7? Birth by Sleep, 1. Chain of Memories, 356-2. 2. Dream Drop Distance, 3. There's 7. 4 is Ace. Well, when 4 comes out, I guess 4 is Ace. Then there's one more missing. Well, I guess 2 Point Ace. You might be able to count 2 Point Ace. I don't find Legend of Dragoon is underrated at all. Like I find just not enough people know about it. Like anybody who I've ever talked to that knows about Legend of Dragoon is absolutely head over heels for that game. I've never heard anybody. Oh, Recoded, yeah, Recoded for Kingdom Hearts, right. Like I've never heard anybody badmouth Legend of Dragoon ever. Legend of Dragoon definitely has a very unique combat style. I think that's what a lot of RPGs need to start doing, is start tweaking their combat styles to add things. Like, Legend of Dragoon with their edition system was fucking peak. Legend of Legaia was another one with their, with the way they do their art system, where you hit the arrow directions to do more than one attack, and as you level up, you can start comboing arts together with your attacks. Even, I forget which one was, I think it was Chain of Memories for Kingdom Hearts. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the card system. Where's the medic? There he is. I think he's already dead now. No, he's still alive. But, like, the card battle system was a little weird, but, like, very unique for like, when Kingdom Hearts did that. Like, when you go into tactics-based games and you have to think about things and you have to use your height to your advantages. Yeah, everything is just button mashing. The edition system is at a copyright, eh? It's probably been at a copyright for a while. Like I think the only game I've ever seen the edition system in was Legend of Dragoon. It was meant to be a phone game. Yeah, I found the card one was a little weird, especially trying to keep up with like the combat, because I did all of the Kingdom Hearts games on console, because they before 3 came out, I wanted to do all of them on stream and then do 3 like right when it came out. And PlayStation released a bundle pack for Kingdom Hearts 1 all the way up to 2.8 and 3 in one giant bundle, but it was a pre-order of 3. And I think it was the most ridiculous price ever. It was like $120 for fucking 8 games. And I was just like, that's wild. I was like, there's some games that I haven't played in there. So I was like, I'm basically paying, like, obviously 3 was an $80 game, and then it was like, all the rest of them were $40 for 7 games, and it's like, how could I pass up that deal? It's like, I know I already had 1 and 2 for the friggin' PlayStation 2, but it's like, now I'm getting like the 1.5, 2.5 remake, so I'm getting all the additions and secret stuff that they added to it, so I was like, this is just a fucking win-win for me. But I'd love to see the edition system put in games again. Like, the edition system was so good. 1.5 and 2.5, then 2.8, and then 3. In 3 little groups, yeah. Because I know, like, before they put 1.5 remake out, I have heard of Xenogear. Nothing but good things about Xenogear. I haven't played all of them, but like I've tapped into them a little bit. I finished all of the Xenosaga series, which I believe is in the same universe. I'm not 100% on that because I haven't gotten like crazy into the Xenogear games, which I'd still love to. Okay, it is. Okay. Bought the Kingdom Hearts package on the Switch, currently working on Dream Drop. Okay, so you can understand 3. And that's another thing that you're talking about, Dara Roots, is They had a death blow in the first one. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's one thing I always do with games, Roots, is anytime there's a game out, like especially the newer ones, I won't play the new ones until I've played all of the old ones. It's just like a rule for me. Like, the first time I ever played the God of War series, I had just got my PS5, and it was when they gave that big pack of, like, you know, like fucking 12 or 15 games to go with it. Just, like, for, like, purchasing it. Like, it was the PlayStation Plus pack. And I was like, well, this is, like, the brand new God of War. I was like, I can't play this without understanding everything. But then, like,
Get through this way, you think?
I think I didn't start playing it until the newest PlayStation Plus tiers, where they had the almost like the Game Pass that Xbox has.
The purge is
And yeah, I played the old trilogy before the reboot. Yep. And all of the old God of War games were in there, so I played through every single God of War game before I played the newer ones, which was good to have the backstory. Like, I hate getting into a game and getting
If you're not
right into, like, a brand new story, and it's like, well, why are we here? Why is this going on? And then they start to hint to stuff from the old ones. Let's see, and then the Gears mode. Didn't attack inputs depending on death blows. Oh, okay, you had to learn them. Eastern Canadian, you are correct. I am from the Maritimes. Sub-games between 2.5 and 3 of Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I Cliff Notes read the sub-games. Rural Ontario. Nope, I am from the Nova Scotias. I am from the Maritimes, my good sir. The only thing that I was very disappointed, though, with the when the Kingdom Hearts package, yes, the Nova Scotias, with the Kingdom Hearts package, was that they turned 2 of the games into movies. But I can understand why they did it, like, because I think they're mobile games or, like, one of the handheld games from either the Game Boy or the PSP. And, like, they were just, like, trying to play them or, like, trying to convert them over. Just wasn't a good thing to do, so they just took all of the cutscenes and streamed them together into, like, I think they're both 3 or 4 hour, like, movies. The Tales of series by Bandai Namco. Funny thing that you mentioned the Tales series is I've played Tales of Arise, and I beat Tales of Arise on stream already. But after I finish either Final Fantasy or Star Ocean, I'm going to be doing all of the Tales games from the first one released all the way up to excluding the new one, since I already did the new one. Played a little bit of 3 and then saw the reference to Dream Drop Distance and kind of got annoyed. Exactly, and that's why I won't play the newer ones until I play the older ones, because I don't want to miss things. Especially with how intricate that Kingdom Hearts storyline is, where there's certain things that if you miss, they're a little tweaky.
my only chance to
Chrono Trigger, yeah, Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger. I've also beaten those on stream. Let's see. Should have gone with your gut, eh? The coding was not cost effective. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, Rolls. Like, the coding for it just wasn't cost effective. It would have taken too much time, too much money to bring those up to snuff so that you could play them.
things in life. You just do.
It's just straight 13.
someone like you to say
Just the first one. I'm only doing the mainline series. If you haven't played the 1997 Squaresoft Xenogears, you really should. I'm not surprised. Anything 90s games is like my jam. That's the year that I was peak for me, anyways. I love how everybody keeps bringing up all the games that I'm going to be doing or have done on stream. Ferris, the Suikoden series. Suikoden series is... The first 2 are my favorites. I find the ones after 1 and 2 kind of dropped off a little bit. They're a little wonky. But when it comes to, like, the lore and the background story and the fact that every single Suikoden game is tied together is absolutely great. Like, the world they build in the Suikoden series is so good.
Can't keep up with this girl.
Never finished it. Never hurts. Like, it. when people don't finish games, I never find that as a bad thing. Like, sometimes you just can't get through them, or sometimes you get stuck at certain points, so it's just the way it is, right? Let's see. Oh, JRPG series with a great story with shitty mechanics. The Dot Hack series. I love the Dot Hack series. The mechanics could have used a little bit of tweaking. No one has mentioned KOTOR. KOTOR is great. I actually got to beta test the KOTOR MMO twice before it came out. I was one of the first beta testers for KOTOR. Like the MMO anyways. KOTOR, absolutely amazing. Was a friend's copy and life moved on. Okay, fresh combat for the Final Fantasy series. Yeah, that I hate when that happens. The first, you be quiet downstairs. You do your schooling, Pixel. But like the Dot Hack series could. I feel like the Dot Hack series would have been a better series to make now. I feel with the action RPG mechanics that we have now, Dot Hack could be like a really good, almost like, I don't want to say Devil May Cry-esque, but they could go like almost like a Devil May Cry, like Souls-like kind of game with it, and like keep the story the same, and it would probably go off really, really well. Yeah, like the anime and the games were amazing. I played through 13 all the way once, never went back. I would play it again, though. 13 is definitely very unique. Like, once you play through it, it's kind of like you gotta keep going with it to do all, like, the end game stuff, because I find a lot of the times when you stop, especially for, like, a game like 13, you don't tend to go back. Beta tested SWTOR, but the original KOTOR... Yeah, the original KOTOR games were, like, fucking peak. I can't remember if they did or not. I know they're supposed to be doing a complete remake of the KOTOR games, which I hope for so bad, but I hope they don't do the Final Fantasy VII remake where they completely, like rework the combat. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I understand they want to do something new and they want to update everything, but, like, I don't want them to, like, make KOTOR not what it was. There's too much at stake.
Steak.
But your laptop probably won't support 13. That's the one thing I hate about, like, PC gaming sometimes, is the fact that, like, you can, like, console gaming, it's just like, okay, the game's out, you can play it. The new game's out, you can play it. Until they get a brand new console, like, you're pretty much set, but, like, then, you know, when you're doing PC and laptop gaming and stuff, and it just gets to the point where some things just, they can't handle it, so it's like, I want to play this game, but it won't, you know, I can't play it until I update my PC itself. Beta test is finished Dot Hack GU Volume 1 a couple days ago. Nice, nice. Dot Hack could be a Diablo game. 100%. Like, I feel like that would go over really well. Turn-based idea was a better version for SOA. Oh, okay. Yeah. Or SAO. Oh, whoops. I read that twice. Funding on the remake is iffy. Understandable. Have you ever beaten Chaos? Katos. I can't remember if I've beaten him, in all honesty. Let's see. Update the combat system for modern times. But it should be a mesh. Yeah, like, that's what I mean. Like, especially for KOTOR, like,